The whole time I'm talking, I'm muted, y'all. I'm so sorry. As we say, struggle streaming already. That was just the welcome. Ay, 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 y'all. All right. So, had a few people drop probably because they couldn't hear me. Maybe they'll come back. Okay, so let me just get into it. Again, sit back and relax. We'll take an hour at most. I'll let you guys know what I've been up to. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. All right. So, my YouTube channel is 2.5 years old now, and last summer I was invited to be part of a community on YouTube for YouTube Shorts. I had a few YouTube Shorts that went viral when I was on a podcast. The shorts are the little vertical clips that are under 60 seconds. Some of you all may have found me from my shorts, but I am mainly a live streamer. I make food and femininity content. So this community for YouTube, we get access to a partner manager, we get access to support and different resources. Sometimes they'll turn on features for us in YouTube ahead of time to test out. But for me, one of the best parts of being in the YouTube Shorts community is we have access to events and other creators. Sometimes this is virtual, but a lot of times it is in person. Hello, Evan, Milkman, and Grind. Thank you all so much for being here. So we get an email a couple times a week with lots of different events going on. I try to make the ones that I can. I do work, and I'm a mom, and I'm here for you all, so I can't be everywhere all the time. But I do like to be out and about and explore. So I'm going to share my screen and I'll show you all the pictures and video. This was the Gasparilla. Somebody let me know how to pronounce it. Film festival in Tampa. And I didn't know, but this film was actually filmed in the Sarasota, Florida area. Shout out to Florida. I used to know somebody who lived in the Bradenton area, and this film was actually made there in like 13 days. And it was an immigrant story, which is near and dear to my heart. You all may or may not know I am an immigrant born in Ghana. All right, so let me share my screen, and I'm just going to walk you all through it. And again, if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask, and then I'll let you all have your Saturday evening, okay? So let's see here. Share my screen. And I'm just going to go over to my photos. And all right, I went out of order. All right, so you all can see, excuse me, you all can see that I got this email and it says, submit an interest to attend the world premiere of Curry Scent on March 22nd in Tampa, Florida. So this is an example of one of the emails that came to us. Let me make sure I'm sharing so you all can see. Okay, fantastic. Okay. And so it says, submit an interest to attend the world premiere of the film Curry Scent at Gasparilla Film Festival in Tampa. Hello, Lois. Gasparilla Film Festival in Tampa, Florida on March 22nd, which was yesterday. Curry Scent is a refreshing tale about an Indian immigrant family desperately grasping for their American dream by trying to find their daughter, Geeta, a wealthy match before their visas run out. And then it just said, fill out the form if you're interested. So when I saw this one, I jumped at the opportunity to go. Like I said, coming from an immigrant family, some of you all have seen Nana and Papa in some of my pictures and videos. But the immigrant story is universal to a lot of us who come to the country. Hello, Miss Strong. It's been a while. How are you? I was thinking about you the other day. I hope you're well. The immigrant story is not unique to those of us who come from other countries to the U.S. for opportunities. And so the premise of the story really drew me in. And I'll share with you all something that a lot of people probably don't know. I've shared that I work in tech. I've been a senior business analyst almost 20 years. And so, working in IT or tech or whatever you want to call it, software development, I have quite a few Indian friends. I love Indian food. One of my dreams is to go to India. I've been close, I've been in Australia, kind of in an Indian wedding, had a beautiful sari made for me. I don't know. I love learning about all cultures, and I think we're more alike than we are different. So when I saw this, I was like, ooh, it sounds exciting. So what I'll do is I will actually pull up what's it called? The trailer. So it's going to be a minute and a half, 90 seconds. Hopefully I don't get a strike for this, but it's kind of it's a new independent film. So I will play the trailer so you all can see. I went and took a look at it, and you all can watch it with me. Just the trailer. It's 90 seconds. And let me know, let me know, let me know. I still have my musical outburst. Let me know if you all would be interested in this movie. I'm not going to tell you how it ended, or, what is it? When you tell the story. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but the story was exciting to me. Is that my groceries? Yeah, groceries are getting delivered. Y'all know I'm always shopping for groceries. Greedy. All right, so let me see here. We're going to share this tab, and I'm going to play this in YouTube, and I'll drop the link as well so you all can see it. Let me mute myself.
Tired of seeing you all work these menial jobs, for which we're all overqualified. Buy something or go home. This sucks.
Hello, hello, my American dream.
I'm going to find a rich prince to marry.
I'm Krishna. You must be Geeta?
Nice to meet you.
So I'm the sensible.
I'm a technology engineer.
This one piques my interest.
What was his name again?
Lush.
Our destiny kid.
About you, my girl, is so lovely you barely need to try. When he sees you, he's gonna see there's so much more to you than just a pretty face.
I just want the right partner too.
Beta, if I was rich, I would give you the moon.
You already give me the moon, Papa. It might be fun.
Exploit the patriarchy. I like it.
10 out of 10.
Thanks, guys.
Hello, hello, my
All right, so let's come back. I know you all weren't able to see. We got Dr. Katrinda in the house. You all, please make sure you get her book. I've got it over here on the shelf. I need to keep it with me. My Morning Musings. She is an Amazon best-selling author and near and dear to my heart. We got Donna in the house. Hello, Donna is running for. Please remind me what you're running for so I can shout you out. One of my travel buddies. I will be in Egypt this summer, but she is running for office, and always want to support. Okay, so hopefully you all were able to see the trailer. But again, this is a story. So it's a love story. It's an immigrant story, and the film was basically about an Indian family who came to the U.S. for opportunity, like all of us immigrants do. And, unfortunately, they had to take, the jobs that they could, menial jobs, which is very common. My dad was the grocery manager at the local Piggly Wiggly when I was growing up. And my mom worked at Ryan's Steakhouse cutting up fruits and vegetables. Now they both have PhDs, but it just really shaped who I am, and watching their hard work and dedication. And I have such an appreciation for delayed gratification. So it's just the struggle of an immigrant family. I think there's 8 of them in the house, and money is tight, and everybody's trying to do what they can to survive. And they have a young, beautiful daughter in the family, and she gets the idea that I will marry a rich prince or a rich Indian, man, and that will help the family, all of us rise together. So that was the premise of the story. I'm not going to tell you how it ended, but when I saw that, I was like, oh, I think it's sweet. I don't know. I'm a hopeless romantic. Hello, Mrs. Ashley, and hello, Siyun. Okay, so let me go back over to my other tab and I'll show you all my pictures and video, but I'm also going to talk a little bit about this Gasparilla or Gasparilla International Film Festival. I had never heard of it. I have been to one movie premiere so far with YouTube. Some of you all that were with me in February for Black History Month, YouTube invited us to the Bob Marley One Love movie premiere, and I did a recap for you all then, and I was able to take a +1. So Marcus and I did a recap. It's up on my pages. You all can check it out. And March is Women's History Month, and this film, Curry Scent, was actually written by an Indian woman. So I was invited to come check this one out as well. What does Donna say? The Wigiana, thank you so much for being here. So Donna says she is running for DeKalb County School Board District 5, and her website is dpriest, like Catholic priest, dpriestbrown 4, the number 4, BOE.com. So I will pin that so everybody can see, and happy to support. All of us have something that we're doing. Katrinda, if you want to drop the link to your book, I'd be happy to pin that as well whenever you come in and support. Okay. Excuse me. So let's learn a little bit about this film festival. I had never been. Again, it was in Tampa, and I was going to say I didn't know they were making films in Tampa. That sounds kind of ignorant to say. Because a movie can be made anywhere, especially with modern technology. And surprisingly, I'm in Atlanta. Did you all know that Atlanta is either becoming or has become like the #1 filmmaking city, even out surpassing Hollywood? And I think it's because the cost of living in Georgia is lower. You can house and feed and care for your actors more affordably here, as well as we pretty much have everything in Metro Atlanta. Of course, we've got city skyline, we've got country towns, we've got farmland, we've got suburbs where I live. The only thing we don't have here is ocean or beach. We've got a big lake up north, but a lot of different films are being made here. I remember when I was working with Katrinda at Coca-Cola, which is downtown, I remember leaving on the bus one day and I saw palm trees kind of on their side, like a prop laid out through Atlanta. And I was like, what is going on? They were filming Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. They were filming Bad Boys here. And so they needed to make downtown Atlanta look like it was in Florida. So the magic of Hollywood or Atlanta. Okay, so let's take a look at this film festival, see what we can learn, and then I'll show you all my pictures and video. Hello, Sweet Potato Pie, and hello, Mika. Thank you all so much for being here. All right, so let us go here. And I'd love to know if anybody's ever been to a film festival before, if you've ever been to a movie premiere. It's kind of different, but I'll explain to you all what my experience was. And of course, you can ask me questions as well. And when we get done, Donna, if you wanted to come shout out your website, you can always do that, Facebook or YouTube. I'll drop the link. You can be camera on or camera off. Okay. So, this one right here. So the Gasparilla International Film Festival was this weekend. So it looks like it's Thursday through Sunday. And it says presented by Film Tampa Bay. So I did have, did I not bring it in? I have the booklet that I had. So they sent me a ticket for free. And there's lots of different films here. So I'm just going to read just this little section here about the Gasparilla International Film Festival. I've never heard about it, but I'm assuming you can have a film festival anywhere, right? So it's their 17th anniversary. 17th anniversary. The Gasparilla International Film Festival is Tampa Bay's largest celebration of independent film held annually in Tampa, Florida. Okay, so that's good to know. So this is where you're going to see your independent films, the ones that aren't by the big studio houses, the ones that have maybe local talent. And that's one thing I'll show you all in my pictures at the end. So they played the movie, and I didn't know this, but I guess it makes sense. The cast of the movie was in the theater with us. So when the movie ended, they all stood up and then went to the front, and there was a Q&A with the director and with the cast of the movie afterwards. So that was pretty cool. Okay, so the GIFF, we'll just call it the GIF, has become the most exciting and well-attended film festival regionally in the Tampa Bay area. Who knew that? I didn't know. Shout out to Tampa, Sarasota, St. Pete, Bradenton, all of y'all. So this is a GIF is run by the 501c3, the Tampa Film Institute. We are a cultural arts institution that inspires, educates, and entertains Tampa Bay's diverse population through an annual celebration of film, year-round events, community outreach, social awareness initiatives that foster communication, generate economic impact, and provide support for the film industry of Tampa Bay and the state of Florida. Again, I didn't know, but this makes sense, especially Miami, I'm sure has got to be a big film city. Let me know if you all know of any big film cities in Florida. We've got some Floridians here. Hello, Southern girl. And I'm sure like what, Miami Vice, maybe Bad Boys before they brought it here. I'd love to know what else was filmed in Florida. For all types of genres, including features, documentaries, shorts, music videos, international films, and more. So I guess you would call this an international film. So you all can see here just a little banner of some of the films that were premiered. So at the film festival, they had over 20 plus films that were being showed at, I think, different theaters over 4 days. So you would get tickets or passes to whichever film that you wanted to see. And then they had like a big celebration or something at the end. Every night they had some type of little, meet and greet, but after each film was a Q&A, and I guess it's to promote their local film industry as well as celebrate the films that may not have the big industry backing. All right, so that is the Gasparilla film festival. All right, let's see if there's anything else here, and then we will go to my pictures and video so you all can see. Let me know if you all know of any of these. Of course, you can subscribe. You can see some of the actors and actresses that have been at the film festival. Maybe you all know them. I admittedly don't know a lot about pop culture. I'm usually watching cooking channels, but it was an opportunity and I wanted to go. So shout out to Tampa Bay. And they also had some events at the University of Tampa. Oh, that's right. Katrinda, I was in your neck of the woods, right? Okay. So when I get these invitations from YouTube, I'm the type that I kind of throw my name in the hat for just about everything. And, sometimes you're selected, sometimes you're not, you never know. And sometimes I can make it work with schedules. Sometimes I go and come back same day. Sometimes I'll go and stay the night and come back the next day like I did for this one. Sometimes I'll make like a trip out of it if there's other stuff in town that I want to do. All right. So let us go back to my pictures and video, and I'll just show you all what I was up to here and narrate a little bit for you, and then we will wrap it up. Everybody doing good? Just checking to see I didn't miss anything. Okay, so let me share my screen. I stopped sharing. Happy Saturday, everybody. We will be back in the kitchen tomorrow. All right, so I'm wheels up. For those of you all who don't like to fly, We had a very, very bumpy flight. It was raining in Georgia and raining in Atlanta. So the frizz is here. You know, we make the most of it. I'll probably just have to pull it back the rest of the week. But if you all have any anxiety when it comes to flying, this was pretty much the entire flight. The good thing from Atlanta to Tampa, it's only like an hour and some change. So it wasn't long, but they didn't even do like beverage service. It was that bad. So it's just one of those things where you hold on and it's like, we're going to make it, right? We're going to make it. Thank you all for the hearts. Hello, Olympian Muscle. Thank you. Okay. So then I get to the Tampa airport. I do like going to Florida. It's nice. It was cool. But there's, everything there. It's a big, beautiful international airport. So I just got, a nice little picture of the aquarium. And then I got there in time to Uber to my Airbnb. I did post a little video of the little Airbnb that I got. So the Tampa airport, you take a little shuttle. I think there was like a baseball team that was going somewhere. So I was surrounded. That was me before the rain. So I got in my Uber and we are headed out. I went to my Airbnb just to refresh and put my luggage down and just kind of woo-saw after that bumpy ride. So we're leaving the airport. Looks like they got some construction going on there. But it looked like when I got to Florida, it had rained, but the rain was gone. So that's a good thing. So we're headed out and then I made it to my Airbnb. So my Airbnb was this little tiny house. So this was basically like the main family home here. And then on the side, they had this little tiny house. Let me know if anybody's ever been in a tiny house, lives in a tiny house. To me, it looked like a barn. But maybe that's what a tiny house is, like a shed in the back. I just needed, room for the night. And so I always look in the area wherever, either close to the airport or close to where the event is going to be. And for this one, it was close to the West Shore AMC. So we'll take a look at their menu in a minute. It's a regular movie theater, but they do have some extra things. So that might be fun to look at. But I was fascinated because usually the Airbnbs are like a room in someone's home or a separate apartment or home. But this one was kind of like I'll call it a shed out back. Some of you all may not know, I'm also an Airbnb host. In my home, I have like a mother-in-law suite that I rent out. I have someone here long-term. He'll be leaving. He was here for some training, so he's got his job placement. But I usually have like older students or medical doctors on rotation, or police officers, or anybody who needs their own space. So as an Airbnb host, Airbnb will give me, I guess, coupons or discounts. So when I travel, I can stay at an Airbnb and it's not as much. So that's one of the things that they do for their hosts. So, and even if I didn't have the coupons or when I don't have a coupon, I still prefer an Airbnb. Hotels are great if it's traveling for business, but I just think they've gotten really overpriced and you're paying for all of those amenities that you're not going to use. Well, I'm not going to use the fitness center, the conference room, all of that, and you're paying for it. So for me, it's just better to just get a simple place to shower and sleep. All right, so some of you all saw my my little tiny house, but I'll pull it up here so you all can see. So I'm walking, yes, indeed, to the back. So we've got these little, cobblestone gravel steps. So I go inside and you can see this little couch there. And then I thought this was fascinating, these little steps, and then the bed was up there. And you walk in and it's got a little like kitchenette with a microwave. There's the facilities. I mean, it was basically everything that you needed. To me, it kind of felt like a large cruise ship cabin. So now I'm going upstairs. Now this was interesting to get used to, going upstairs like one step at a time. And then the bed was either 5'7" or 5'6" at the highest point, and I'm 5'7", so I did bump my head a couple times. Hello, Jay Smooth, but it was just a place to sleep, and so it got the job done. So let me know what you all think. That was my little Tampa digs for the night. I guess that's good if you don't get up and need to go to the facilities, but just be careful at night going down the stairs. But it was comfy, it was clean, it was what I needed. It was totally fine. All right, let's see here. So now we are making our way to the AMC theater. So I got my put my luggage down, just refreshed myself. And this is, I guess, Westwood is like a shopping center, and it looks like a nice mall. They have like a PF Chang's, a Maggiano. I'm looking for the AMC because that is where the premiere and that is where the event is going to be. So I'm inside the mall and I see the sign AMC Theaters up here. It's like a typical mall. They have all the shops, Dick's Sporting Goods, all of that. All right, so I'm making my way to the AMC, and I saw this filmmaker lounge, and I was like, ooh. So I guess for those people that were in town for the for the film festival, they had a lounge where they could kind of sit and relax and refresh. So I was kind of pulling up on two wheels. So I didn't have time to go check it out, but I did get a picture. So that's nice, since they had so many people coming in and out for the film. So I've got a little picture here, and on top of my blouse, which was made in India, I have like a little scarf draped down, trying to be as, as culturally appropriate as I can with what I have. All right, so now I've made it to the theater. You can see people are lined up here. So I am there. I've got my brochure. That's what I wanted to see. It might be in my luggage. So I've got my brochure. It's basically got the calendar of events. It's got the little synopsis, the location. There were different events happening on different parts of town. Hello, Gillis is here. Hello, my dear. Thank you so much for being here. So we're just having a light little chat tonight, talking about the Tampa Film Festival that I went to. Feel free to kick back and relax or ask any questions. Hello, Holly. So you all can see they had a line here for those of us with passes already. And again, one of the reasons that I wanted to see this film was it was an immigrant story, an Indian American family. It was a love story, and it was just about a hardworking family. Who doesn't like the underdog story? So as I arrived, I could see, people were lined up. We got our snacks if you wanted anything, regular concessions. We will take a look at the menu, but I'd love to know what everybody's favorite movie snacks are. I like popcorn. I like a cherry Coke. That's my go-to at the movies, and a hot dog. I know, bad Maggie. I'll be back on it tomorrow, but I'd love to know if y'all care to share what your favorite movie snacks are. Okay. So we're in line behind the red ribbon. They have the step and repeat there. So I did get some pictures, but I got in line. So you all can see here, we're now in the theater. So you get your pass, your ticket scanned. Oh, thank you, Gillis. She says it looks like fun. I like to have fun. I like to have fun wherever I go. And I know I'm always doing stuff, but you know what? I figured I'd share with you all. Put my little heating pad on. Figured I'd share with you all what I do, what I'm up to. Some things are really over the top, and some things are just more simple. Okay, so now we're in the theater. So we've gone inside. They scanned our passes, and they gave us, I think I took a picture of it, a little voting card. Since this is an independent film festival, they want us to give feedback on the film, because this is not the type of film that's going to be backed by the larger movie houses. So it was like a card, and on each corner of the card it had stars. So one corner had like 1 stars, 2 stars, 3 stars, and 4 stars. And what they asked us to do is, after the movie, there was someone outside with a little envelope, and you were supposed to tear off the corner that corresponds with how many stars you would give that movie. I gave it 3. I'll just say that. And the reason why, it was a great film, very heartwarming story, but they made it in like 13 days, and you could just tell. But for an independent film, it was great. So you tear off the corner so you can cast your silent vote. So I thought that was pretty innovative. Gillis says, I carry Starbucks in my purse when I go to the movies, and you're not a fan of movie theater snacks. I know, y'all. Movie theater snacks is where they get you. It's almost like going to the amusement park. It's one of those things where it's like, shout out to the immigrant families or those of us on a budget, you know, when your mom is like, I'm making popcorn at home and you got to take little Ziploc bags. But maybe I'm scarred, but I know when you're looking at those prices, $18 for a cocktail, $17 for popcorn, it really is outrageous. And, you know, I remember like taking the boys, and they're bigger than me now. It's like they want to eat the adult food. I'm like, y'all don't want anything on the kids' menu? The popcorn is cool, but it makes you sick. I know, it's a lot. I can make a really good stovetop popcorn, so remind me if you want to see it if you haven't already, with your own ingredients. Hello, Donito, and hello, insert name. Okay, so what's happening here? So we're inside. Now, one of the things about going to a movie premiere, this is my second. So this is the director of the film right here. I've forgotten her name, but I can get it off of the, you know what, I probably should have that up. This is the director of the film. So she's kind of looking around, and I didn't know, you all. Like I said, I'm just going to pull this up. The cast of the movie was in the theater with us, but who am I? I don't know anybody. So it just looks like, you know, regular people to me. But at the end, they asked the cast to stand up and come to the front. So I was like, oh, there's the director. Okay, so when you go to a movie premiere, I've been to 2, there is no, is it trailers at the beginning of the movie? Thank you for the likes on TikTok. So you go in and you sit down, you have your snacks, and the movie begins. Usually they have like an announcer, you know, if it's a YouTube event, it would be the YouTube partner manager, like when I did Bob Marley. For this one, it was the, I think whoever was in charge of the Gasparilla film festival. So they basically just stood there like with a microphone. How cool. Yes, I know, right? And welcomed us, thanked us for coming, basically said, you know, what I just told you all about the voting. And, you know, like a little spiel, very brief, and then the lights dim and the movie begins. So it goes right into it. None of the, you know, 30 minutes of trailers, none of the, what are those? I don't know. I'm not a film person, but you know, like when you watch like a Disney movie, there's the Disney thing. There's like I know DreamWorks is not the same. They got the DreamWorks thing. They got all of that advertisement. None of that. They go straight to the movie. And at the end, it ends and the lights come up and then we do the Q&A. So I thought that was interesting. Okay, let's see what else. I know it was pretty cool. I like having these experiences and sharing them with you all. Okay, so everybody's kind of getting settled. All right, so you all can see. Let me see if I have any sound. All right, so everybody's just kind of getting themselves sorted. You can see some of the actors. Again, this was an Indian film, so you're going to see a lot of South Asian people, you know, in the audience, you know, just kind of hanging out, meeting and greeting. So apparently this must be somebody important. Okay, so they're getting ready to start. All right, so they're just giving us our little welcome so you all can hear how that goes. And then we watched the movie. And then now the movie is over and they've brought the cast of the movie, everyone that was in the movie, they asked them to come to the front. And again, this movie was filmed in Sarasota, Florida, who knew, with local talent. So that's great for their economy. Yes, the credits. Thank you, Killis. So this movie was filmed in Sarasota. I didn't know that. Apparently, they've got a Tampa Bay Film Institute or film community, so that's great. So there was, there were a lot of people there to support. All right. So now the movie is over, and as you can see, I mean, the credits are going up, but they've already started literally taking Q&A. Let's see if there's anything here noteworthy. So they went down the line and asked everyone to introduce themselves, what character they played in the film.
And then everybody was always there, like this part.
All right, so you all can kind of see. So they're talking about some of the challenges of the movie, some of the favorite memories in the movie. Of course, just like any premiere, they brought the screenwriter. They brought her a beautiful bouquet of flowers, and it was great. It was great. Hello, Goddess J. Thank you so much for being here. So yes, let's see if there's anything else. Gillis says credits are at the end. Google says the beginning info is called the title sequence or the opening sequence. Yes, thank you. I love how y'all help me learn this stuff. I don't know, but y'all know what it is when they have all of that, production company and all of that stuff. None of that with the premieres. They get right into it. So that's fun. That's my kind of movie, but sometimes it's fun to get excited like all the stuff that's coming up. Okay, let's see what else. So we're looking at the cast of the film. They were in the audience. Some Q&A is going on. Okay. So I guess they would just toss this over to who wanted to answer. And so you can see they brought the screenwriter some beautiful flowers. So that was nice. And there's Maggie. You all know me, taking pictures at the step and repeat. So who knows, maybe that'll show up somewhere, but I was there. You all can see the ballot. So they gave us something like this where you're supposed to vote on how you would rate the movie. So they had like documentaries, they had shorts, they had all kind of stuff going on. And but I just saw the Curry Scent movie. Again, this was over 4 days. It ends tomorrow, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let me take the sound down. So you can see afterwards, you've got some of the actors from the film. They're standing around, they're talking. So yes, it was definitely a meet and greet. Hello, B Cuba. Let me take down the sound. So yes, I just kind of sat back and observed. Let me come back out and then we'll talk about snacks. Excuse me, I just kind of sat back and observed, I was a guest here, so I didn't want to be intrusive. You could see, people that knew each other from the film community. I was just happy to be there and participate, but everyone was really friendly, from the photographer to the staff to, the actors, of course, everybody looked great. Everybody performed great. It was a wonderful, heartwarming immigrant story, immigrant family story. Gillis says, I like to get at Maggie. Looks good on you. Thank you. I tried to put a little scarf on an Indian blouse that I had, tried to represent. And I said earlier, working in tech, I have some longtime Indian friends that I adore, and I love Indian music and Indian food. And a little fun fact about Maggie, when I was home on maternity leave, I would watch Bollywood films. I was nursing Marcus and watching Bollywood films because when else am I going to sit still for 2 or 3 hours? But anyway, Gillis says, was this in Atlanta? No, sweetheart. I just got back from Tampa. So this was the Tampa Film Institute. The Gasparilla. Let me go here and I'll show you. Gasparilla International Film Festival. And apparently they do this every year, and this is year 17 because they have a Tampa Bay film community, and this is where we were, the AMC West Shore. So I did a little day trip, back to back to Tampa area. So Tampa, Sarasota, St. Pete, Bradenton, that whole area is where it was. So yes, this ends tomorrow. So you all can see all throughout the Tampa Bay area at different theaters, they had different films going on. Hello, Christina. Okay, so now let's talk snacks. I've shown you all the trailer. I'll show it at the end one more time if anybody wants to see it if you came on last. All right, so we're at the movie theater, and movie theaters have kind of changed. And of course, AMC is one of the big chains. You know, of course, you got your popcorn, you got your sodas, and you have your movie theater candy. But if it's been a while since you've been to the movies, they have quite the menu now. And you all have seen me do a few dining documentaries like at Silver Spoon and is it Regal, some of the dining movie theaters where you actually order at your seat and they bring real food to your station. This was not that fancy, but they did have some food. So let's take a quick look at the menu. I'll show you all what I had. Not anything extravagant. It's a movie theater, but it was a fun little experience. And then we'll be back in the kitchen tomorrow. All right. Let us see. All right, let me go back to the AMC and all right, am I sharing? Ba. Okay, so this was, hello P. Moore. This was at the AMC Theater in West Shore Plaza, Tampa, Florida. All right, so I was in Tampa. Shout out to Florida. So we'll take a look at the menu. You all know, well, I don't go to movies often, but you all know, the movie theaters. You can see what's coming up. This is the other premiere I went to last month. We saw the Bob Marley movie. Apparently there's a new Ghostbusters that just came out, the Dune movie for any of you sci-fi people, Kung Fu Panda for, I think I have free tickets to come see this one. I need to go take a look. But you all can see, for any of y'all who are interested in film, I just don't sit still long enough usually to watch movies for 2 hours. I'm always moving around, so I usually have my earbuds in. Hello, the official honor. Thank you so much for being here. All right. So we've got food, we've got drinks. They're promoting Ghostbusters, and you'll see that in the food and drink. The sound. Oh, you can get Uber Eats. You can get movie food on Uber Eats. Who knew? I don't know. I think movie theater food belongs at the movies, but I guess if you want to have a movie night at home, you can. I did go to McGuffin's Bar, so you all will see my cocktail. Shout out to Eucalyptus. They had lots of whiskey. And those type of adult beverages. So let's go over to food and drink. All right, let's take a look. So we're going to look at the AMC theater menu. Oh. All right. Let's see what they have. So in addition to our popcorn, in addition to our sodas, you can get, your Bavarian pretzels. Who's here for the pretzels? You can also get your chicken fingers. Shout out to the kids of all ages. If you like your sweets, you can get your churros, or they have flatbread pizza. So if you all were going to eat food at the concessions, what would you be eating? I want to see what they have here, if they have a menu. So you can order ahead of time. That's good to know. The order ahead feature is nice. That way, when you arrive, your food is ready if you pull up on 2 wheels like I do. They also have sliders. I haven't seen this at movie theaters. They've got King's Hawaiian buns, if you like the sweet bread. Looks like they have bacon cheese. This looks like a pretzel roll with onion and maybe, I don't know if that's Swiss or provolone. Who's here for the sliders at the movie theater? Hello, Ali Roo. Thank you so much for being here. Pretzel bites, chicken tenders, huge Bavarian pretzels, flatbread pizzas. Are you sharing or not? Mozzarella sticks. Macaroni and cheese bites. I should not look at this menu, y'all. I want everything. Sliders, curly fries. They had regular popcorn. They had caramel popcorn. They had Hidden Valley Ranch popcorn. Y'all, When I was coming up, we had salt and pepper, no, just salt and butter. They got everything now. They have churros stuffed with hazelnut, nachos. That's a throwback movie theater snack. Hot dogs. That's also a throwback movie theater snack. Your ices. Love those. Shout out to the Coca-Cola Freestyle. You all know I used to work for Coke, so you can use a little push button and get anything you like. I'm a cherry Coke girl. Order ahead of time and all the theaters where you can get this. All right, so I'm going to come over to the chat, and I would love to know, what are you all ordering from the menu? And then I'll show you what I got, and we will wrap it up. All right, so let's see what Gillis has some questions. She says, in the Africa part of my childhood, now I have to hear about this. Wait a minute. You did not share that you have Africa in your childhood. I was born in Ghana, West Africa. We came to America when I was 1, so I grew up here. I'm very American, but I have African parents, and I'm an African girl. I've been to South Africa. Beautiful. This summer I'll be in Egypt, so I'll be in North Africa. So you all stay tuned. That'll be in June if you want to watch before we go to UK for polo. And I do stream every day. If you're new here, I like to keep you all up to speed on what I'm doing because it's a lot. I know. I've been told. Thank you, Thane. I need to sit down somewhere. Yeah, but I've never been to East Africa. I want to make my way to Kenya. Okay, anyway, you didn't ask me that. Gilly says, theaters had 3 showings once you pay and enter. The first one was a karate movie, the second one was a Western, and the last one was an Indian movie. That's fascinating. So you pay once and you get to see 3 movies? I know some of y'all do other things once you're in the theater and look at other movies, but I went in for what I was supposed to do, and then I wrapped it up. But my mom said that. I didn't know this, but if you think of the geography, Africa is close to India. And when my mom grew up, Bollywood or Indian movies is what she used to watch, but they were black and white. So I remember when I was home on maternity leave watching Bollywood movies, and mom came up to Virginia. That's where the boys were born. And Nana was there helping me with the babies. We would watch Indian movies, and she just loved it because... shout out to black and white, but one of the things I love about Indian, African, like all other cultures, to be like the clothes are so colorful and it's so vibrant. Like if you've seen the kente in Ghana, if you've actually been, I went to one of the ceremonies, and just all the different kente. It's like the kilts in Scotland, like each pattern means something different. And then the saris, when I was in Australia for the Indian Mehendi, it was just colors everywhere. It was beautiful. Oh, I love it. We are the world. Hello, Panda. Hello, Drea. We are the children. Gilly says, interesting, Maggie. How did you get introduced to Indian movies, though, when you were nursing? Did someone mention it to you, or you saw it somewhere? It's not normal, I don't think, in the U.S. Okay. So... when I was in Virginia, my husband at the time and we moved to Virginia. I was promoted for my job. I was working for a company up there, and I work in IT, you all. I know I'm like, Susie Homemaker, work is what I do. It's not who I am, but you can make good money working in tech. So that's what I do. And so working in IT, I have always been surrounded with Indian people. That's a huge part of the way their culture has just expanded. They have so many engineers and tech people that their country is really focused on it. So I started befriending a lot of Indian people from work. And one of my friends, Venkata, shout out to you. Hello, Nikki, brought me an Aishwarya Rai DVD as a gift, and it was like a double feature, and he was like, oh, I brought this for you, and I was like, what is this? I went home that weekend and I watched both movies. Now they're like the old, like classical movies, like 2+ hours with an intermission. It's like a musical, people are talking, and then all of a sudden they're in Sweden and it's snowing, and it's over the top, it's extra. Now you know why I like it. And I was like a pusher. I was given my first Indian film as a gift, and I love it. It's everything that I am. It's too much. They outburst into song, very colorful, very expressive. What's not to love? And so, like I said, I was addicted. And Netflix has a huge Indian movie collection. So you can watch a lot of Indian films on Netflix and other places. I actually prefer foreign films. American movies are great, but for me, I don't know. I feel like foreign films are a lot more traditional. And if y'all know me, that's what I like. Hello, Mr. Sport. Okay, so that's how I got interested in Bollywood and Indian culture. And I know, shout out to my Indian friends, some of them hate Bollywood because it's like, that's not real. It's made up. Nobody does that. Nobody sings around and dances and twirls around and is doing all of that. And I'm like, speak for yourself. You must not see me in the kitchen. So when I was home on maternity leave, that's when I had time to sit and watch 2 and 3 hour movies. Hope that answers your question. Gilly says, I wish they had wings. The flatbread pizza sounds delicious. Ding, ding, ding. Put a pin in that. Oh, your dad is Ethiopian. Oh my gosh. I have a couple girlfriends from Eritrea. Within Ethiopia or very close to Ethiopia. And I've been to a couple Ethiopian restaurants. I'm trying with the food, but we'll see. I'll be in Egypt, so a little bit closer. That's awesome, Kalisa. I didn't know that. Shout out to East Africa. She says, this was a million years ago, Maggie. Nowadays, they're as modern as they are. Here is what I hear. Although I have visited since, I haven't gone to the new movie theaters. Yeah, some people love going to the theater. Some of y'all love to go. Hello, Profess. Some of y'all love to go. I know. Yeah, this is for you and Thane. Maggie is not a horror movie person. I told Thane that if you like horror, I would give you some foreign film tips. No, I am very intentional about the happy, wholesome, and family friendly. It's not for y'all. It's for me. I cannot take a horror film. I am not right. I am very intentional about being blissfully unaware of many things because I like to stay in my happy place. Thane laughs at me, but for me, a horror film was Conan the Barbarian. Laugh at me if you want to. I was little. My dad and my brother were watching it, and James Earl Jones told that lady, come, my dear, or come to me, or whatever. And she started walking to him and jumped, and it was like a big, like, crater, and she, like, fell to her death. I was done. I cried. I was like, never been the same since. That was it for me. Hello, I am Marcus Pierre. Go ahead, laugh. Conan. So if it is beyond Conan the Barbarian, Maggie can't watch it. Anyway, look, I accept my limitations. There are some things that I'm good at. There are many things I am not. All right, y'all, let's wrap this up. All right, so let's go back to my pictures. All right, so let's go to the bar. So they had a full bar. I think I got a picture for you, Gillis, but I love the drink of the day. Shout out to me and the cocktail. So I didn't see Ghostbusters, but they had this drink called the Firehouse Frost. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Okay, sorry, little throwback. Hello, Veronica. So this is, what's in this cocktail? So they got the little sample here. I just love the color. Cranberry juice, lemon juice, and Sprite. Shout out. Crystal Head vodka and blue curacao. All right. So if you like a fruity drink, I'm a lightweight, y'all. I'm one and done. A little goes a long way. But I did ask the bartender for the Firehouse Frost. So he made this for me. I was very excited. We got some ice. We got a shaker cup. We got a glass here. Let's see what's going on. They have the game going on. Uh-oh, sorry. Wrong. They got the game going on. Oh, I just spun around. So this is MacGuffin's bar, so you all can see. They had basically the whole theater for the film festival, so it was a little light, but I'm glad that I was able to go. Ooh, I'm excited now. I've already had the drink, but yes, I'll take one, please. Who's here for a nice fruity cocktail? Oh,
Thank you so much.
all right. So he gave me a cherry and some lemon and a straw. All right. And Gillis, as you wish, Maggie got the flatbread. This is the Supreme Pizza flatbread. Is it gluten-free? No. Is it sugar-free? No. Is it dairy-free? No. Did I eat it? Yes. Did I regret it? Yes. Oh my God, y'all. I have not had, we call that carnival food, okay? Carnival food is like pizza, hot dogs, chicken fingers, all that stuff that you get at the amusement park. It's the kind of food that you kind of just power through it because you got other things that you want to do. And maybe when you're young and you can just kind of eat whatever, but oh, I was miserable, y'all. I was just miserable. Oh, but you say it looks excellent. Okay, let me hush my mouth. All right, so let me show you your pizza. I got the flatbread pizza, and oh, maybe you were talking about the drink. Yes, the blue, I don't want to say blue packets, the Blue Lagoon or whatever it is. So this is the pizza and the cocktail. So who would like a slice of full gluten dough and cheese and pepperoni? All right. So that's it, everyone. We will go ahead and wrap. If anybody missed it and you'd like for me to show the trailer to the movie, it's 90 seconds. I can play that again if anybody wants to. No pizza. I know, right? I should have just stopped at the cocktail, but I was already a little bit like, ooh. So called an Uber, very responsible. And I'm glad that I got to go. I enjoyed the movie. It was called Curry Scent, about an Indian immigrant family. And hopefully it'll be out at a theater close to you all. But that is what I went to see. Kidley says the drink looks like fun, but you're whiskey straight. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? All right, everyone. So we will go. Oh, OMG to the pizza. I thought you'd like that. Yeah, I got the flatbread pizza. We've done our popcorn, we've done our sodas, but I got flatbread pizza and a cocktail. All right, everybody. So if we're all good, I just wanted to hop on and share with you all. So I'll be back tomorrow evening. Usually I stream dinner time Atlanta. So we'll be back on track tomorrow, coming up with something healthy that's not flatbread pizza. Okay, so we'll close out on the trailer for those of you all who missed it. It's 90 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and dismiss, and you all can see the movie that I saw, and it is called Curry Scent. And I'll put the link in the chat as well. I forgot to do that. All right, let me mute myself.
Tired of seeing you all work these menial jobs, for which we're all overqualified. Buy something or go home. This sucks.
Hello, my American dream.
I'm going to find a rich prince to marry.
I'm Krishna. You must be Geeta?
Nice to meet you.
Soam, the sensible.
I'm a technology engineer.
This one piques my interest.
What was his name again?
Lush.
Our destiny can change in an instant.
Some of these Indian girls.
I just want the right partner too.
Beta, if I was rich, I would give you the moon.
You already gave me the moon, Papa. It might be fun.
Exploit the patriarchy. I like it.
10 out of 10.
Thanks, guys.
Hello, my American dream. Namaste, no Indian queen. Pavement star.
Okay, so hopefully you all were able to see. Khalees says, thanks for sharing. Always fun to see what bougie people do. And on that note, I gave you my whole like immigrant family story. Mom worked at Ryan's, dad worked at Piggly Wiggly, but Khalees is gonna say, I am bougie. You know what? I'll just go with it. Hello, I am Nikki. Let's dismiss. I will see you all tomorrow. I just wanted to share what I was up to. Thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you all tomorrow. What are we making? I don't know. When are we making it? Dinner time, East Coast. And let's go ahead and dismiss. Thank you so much, Instagram. You all don't forget to check out Donna if you're in DeKalb County, D Priest Brown 4BOE. All right. Class is dismissed. Thank you so much, TikTok. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for the shares. Thank you for all of the hearts. Class is dismissed. All right. Okay, and then over here, ta-ta. Good night, everyone. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Class is dismissed.